Hi everyone, it's Georgia down here in Australia, and I thought I would do a very quick little video today just showing you how I collage rice paper and or napkins into my Bible. I have done one of these way back in the past, probably 2 years ago, but I thought I would just do a bit of an update. I'm actually using rice paper today. I do prefer rice paper simply because it's a lot sturdier, so it's a lot easier to work with. So as always, just kind of eyeballing it. So I'm going to put a crease here because that's where I want the edge of the sheet. I'll cut out this section. Now when I want to rip some of my rice paper or napkins, but especially with rice paper, rather than just trying to rip it with my fingers when it's dry, which can be a little bit difficult, or else it can sort of make it tear in a direction you don't actually want it to. What I like to do is get my water brush, and you can just use a paintbrush dipped in water for this, and paint along where I want to tear it. I don't want too much torn off today. And once that water has soaked in, then it's so much easier to tear it, and as you tear it, it goes in the direction that you want it to. So you've sort of got a little bit more control doing it this way. And then to actually stick it to the page, there's lots of ways you could do this. I know some people like to use glue. You could use Mod Podge or gel medium. I like to use clear gesso. Just grabbing a soft brush, and I sort of eyeball as far as it goes. Paint some clear gesso over my page. Then I place my paper where I want it, and use some more of the gesso to paint over the top, pushing outwards towards the outer edges with my brush quite firmly. You can afford to do that with rice paper. When you're using napkins or serviettes, you need to be a little bit more gentle because they do rip. That serves a dual purpose. It pushes out any air bubbles that you might have under the surface, and it also just smooths it out onto the paper. And having that layer over the top kind of gives it another bit of protection so that it doesn't, tear over the course of time. And also if you want to use any other medium on top of that, you've got that sort of layer of protection over your rice paper / serviette. Now you can dry that with a heat gun, or you can just leave it to dry over the course of the day or overnight or over a few hours. I tend to do both. I give it a bit of a blast with my heat gun, and then I let it sit for a few hours or overnight depending on what's going on. So that's it, nice and simple. Layer of clear gesso, place my piece of rice paper / napkin serviette, and another layer over the top. Let it dry or dry it with a heat gun, and you're done. Fantastic. So I hope that was helpful. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.